These days, being calm is often sold like a product, a lavender candle, a meditation app, a breathing hack. But the kind of calm carried by people who fish for a living is something else entirely. It's built from harder stuff: salt, exhaustion, long hours, and trusting creatures that don't care about your deadlines. If you ever walk through a working harbor at dawn, you'll find no yoga mats or ambient music. You'll smell diesel in the air, hear seagulls yelling, ropes snapping against wood, and sea frost turning decks into ice rinks. And in the middle of that mess, a crew member might be calmly tying a knot, not because he's lazy or slow, but because he knows the fish aren't on anyone's schedule. He's moving with care, not panic, because he's sinking with the sea, not a stopwatch. And in doing that, he steps into something most people miss: calm as a rhythm, not a performance. Later, as the boat pushes out past the breakwater, the ocean takes over. Weather reports can guess, sonar can hint, experience can advise, but the final word always belongs to the water. Every fisherman knows this. They don't try to fight it, they accept it. And strangely, in that surrender, anxiety loses its grip. Whether the sea is smooth like glass or thrashing like broken mirror shards in a storm doesn't matter. Worrying won't change a thing. So attention shifts back to what can be controlled, adjusting a lure, scanning the clouds, feeling subtle changes in the waves through the deck. This sharp focus isn't ignoring the danger, it's choosing what's worth spending mental energy on. It's the mind saying, "Let me deal with what's mine, not what's out of reach." Then begins the repetition. Cast the line, reel it in, throw the net, haul it back. Again and again. From the outside, it might look like failure on repeat, but inside that loop, endurance is being built. The mind starts to understand. Silence after casting isn't rejection. An empty hook doesn't mean you've done something wrong. The routine itself becomes something solid, something strong enough to hold the weight of bad results without snapping. And eventually, that strength spreads into job interviews that go nowhere, texts left unread, or slow days that feel like they're wasting your time. There's also something else happening out there, a kind of awareness that's sharp but relaxed. The eyes are always scanning, the ears pick up every sound, the body feels shifts in wind and water, but the jaw is loose, the breath is easy. It's not stiff. It's ready without being tense, like the front of the boat cutting water without resistance. From that place, decisions come quick and clean because the mind isn't narrowed by panic. So calm here isn't some blank, dull state. It's a wide open attention that doesn't let panic shrink the view. Sometimes the sea goes quiet. Hours pass. Nothing bites. Some people fill the silence with frustration or blame, but others just lean on the rail, watch the clouds change, and let the stillness speak. Light turns from silver to bronze. A faraway ship slowly becomes real. Thoughts, tangled from life on land, start to loosen. Ideas show up, like a conversation you need to have, a mistake in a design, a memory that suddenly means something different. The pause isn't empty. It's full of listening. If you stay quiet long enough, the sea starts to talk. And even after all that, success isn't guaranteed. Some days the nets come back light, regulations shift, engines break, prices crash, but the captain still sets the alarm for tomorrow's tide. Calm in this world isn't about winning. It's about showing up again, even when you didn't catch anything. It's knowing your worth isn't tied to a lucky day. It's in the fact that you keep coming back. In the end, failure is just another color in the pattern, making the winds feel deeper. That's the real structure of calm out here. It's built on 6 things: patience in motion, respect for what's outside your control, rhythm as strength, alertness without stress, stillness as reflection, and commitment without guarantees. And you don't need to live near the coast to learn this. You can find it anywhere, like on a crowded subway, when instead of bracing or complaining, you let your shoulders move with the train's sway, and suddenly that argument you rehearsed in your head doesn't seem so urgent. Or when a software developer keeps testing a buggy function until it breaks without getting mad, learning to trust the process. Or a baker resisting the urge to lift the cloth every 2 minutes, letting the dough rise the way a fisherman trusts the tide. Even your body understands. Long exhales activate the part of your nervous system that says, "You're safe. You can rest now." Unfocused eyes let in more signals from your surroundings, softening the grip of imagined threats. Gentle movement calms your inner balance system, reducing that wired, anxious feeling in traffic or during stressful calls. And the hormones that would have fueled panic, they get reassigned to focus, stamina, and steady hands. That's why, after 20 hours at sea, a fisherman stepping back onto land can look lit from within instead of burned out. This kind of calm isn't new. History has quiet examples of it. A ferryman during a war calmly carried people across a river, counting the ripples instead of panicking. A sailor stuck in polar ice rewrote old songs at half speed to keep his crew breathing slow and hearts steady. A scientist who spends months studying fish now sits cross-legged on deck every sunset, watching glowing plankton, using that stillness to brace herself for rejection letters back home. They don't call it philosophy. They don't need to. They just tie their minds to the rhythms around them, the same way nets hold fast in current. What they all show is humility. The ocean reminds you that you're small. Boats crack, nets tear, engines fail. When you see how big the forces around you really are, your ego shrinks to a size that actually fits. And from there, you stop needing to impress anyone. You just do the next thing the right way. And when you do that, you don't swing between panic and pride. You just respond, like a boat's keel staying straight, no matter what the captain feels. This is calm, not a mood, not a trick, but a place. A stretch of still water inside you, where things may rock, but rarely tip. You don't need a boat to find it. You just need to stop pretending you're the captain of everything. Let the language of the water rewrite how your attention works, and then even chaos becomes something you can meet, not with panic, but with poise.